Hey guys, welcome to my channel where if you know, you can grow. So let's erase our doubt and let's pay attention because with Sean, it's always something there. What's going on today, guys? All right, so today we are getting ready to repot my Philodendron Moonlight. A couple of issues going on as to why I want to repot this plant. For the main reason being that this plant is not growing at all. Also, which I think is probably what I should have led into, is that when I did the repotting of this plant, it was in a pot that was a little bit deeper, but not as wide as the one that I'm using right now. So what we're gonna do is, I did not water the plant yesterday after I noticed that it was dry, because I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and get in here and do some repotting. So let's get ready to get into it. All right, so let's just talk about the benefit of repotting, and why I want to repot is because it gives the roots a chance to actually thrive again. I can put in some fresh soil, knock off a little bit of what's not working, and it allows me to get in here and snip off maybe some dead roots that are preventing. Remember, when a plant root rot or whatever type of issues going on, or dry out completely and those roots are dead and gone, they actually prevent the plant from growing. So the good thing to do is to cut those dry or non-purposeful roots back and to cut to some fresh roots. Make sure you have your repotting pot that's about 1 to 2 inches bigger than what is in. The pot that I'm initially starting with right here may be too big in comparison to what we have going on. So I do have a backup pot right here that, in case I get in here and the roots and the system look very small, then I have a backup pot. You want to go ahead and have that ready for you. Second thing you want to do, you want to make sure you already have your repotting soil already ready to go. I would recommend you have enough to fill up the entire repot pot, because you never know, once you get inside of here, all of that soil and everything that's in here, it may have to go. So you don't want to get in the middle of repotting and have to start looking for things, right? You want to have a towel, something to clean up when you make a mess. And finally, you want to make sure that you do have some type of watering can, so you could definitely thoroughly water your plant after you repot. Let's get into it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. First thing I'm gonna do is break up any old soil or anything that look like it's just not benefiting the plant. This can be a little tricky to do because you don't want to pull off any of the new roots or any of the good roots, but you definitely want to make sure you get rid of a lot of the old roots. Guys, if we miss the main roots that are doing bad, when we repot this plant, it's gonna almost feel like it's for nothing. Next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and clean off my station. Guys, it's very hard to repot or do any type of plant work if your station is dirty. All right, guys, and I want you to keep in mind, not every time you do a repot and you take soil out of a pot that you have to throw it away. I repurpose a lot of my soil. In this case though, since this plant has been in this soil for a long time and I believe that it is having some nutrient deficiencies, I am gonna be throwing this one away. And I did get another clear pot because I really wanted this to work. And if the base would have been a little bit more smaller, I could have made it work. And I tried to go in there and kind of break it up a little bit, but I felt like I would have damaged the plant. So I just said, you know what, I'd rather have my plant than to worry about getting it in that small pot. So we have a perfect drop right here. Next, we're gonna go ahead and get into the soil. Okay, a philodendron loves an airy mix, and this is plenty of perlite, orchid bark, and a little bit of indoor pot mix. You mix it this however way you want to. I also have a little bit of charcoal. Now, let me run that back just so you can take a look at it. You see how chunky it is? This is what's gonna allow that water to be able to run through, allow your plant to be able to grow, and it's gonna be able to prevent root rot. That's my concentration phase, guys, I'm sorry. All right, let me put a little bit more in here and I'm gonna get ready to show you what the bottom of that base should look like. All right, so a good rule of thumb for me is I usually fill up the bottom of the base with 1/4 of the soil to be able to allow that plant to be able to drop in and get acclimated to the new soil, and then I kind of build and pack around it. Also, guys, if I can give you a tip, please make sure you hold your plant in place before you get ready to start packing it in the soil, because it's nothing worse than taking the next 5 or 10 minutes getting that plant all the way right just to find out that it's crooked. Around around that plant. You want to make sure you take your time, build all the way around it. Yes, sometimes it is awkward getting in there, but you have to get in there. You also want to do shaking and tapping just to make sure that that soil is dropping into place all around that pot evenly as well. Now, I'm a huge advocate of clear pots for this very reason, so I can see what's going on when I do my repot. However, I haven't seen no clear pots that run this big, so we're just gonna have to play it by skills. All right, so the plant is inside of here pretty good, nice and snug. The next thing that I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna cut off these stems that keep showing new growth just to make the plant start working again. Here go my trimmers. Make sure before you use any type of trimmers that you clean them. I get into the habit now where I clean them every single time I use them. So let's go. What am I doing? I'm cutting off of these stems that don't wanna grow. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So, you can see right here, these little stems that used to be here, there are no more. The plant has stayed in this stagnant stage for, those shoots been there at least 3 months. So it's not gonna happen. So I'm hoping that by snipping this, it encourages a little bit of regrowth like it should. Next thing what you want to do is actually water your plant. You want to use your Super Thrive. It helps rebuild those roots. I know I've talked about it several times, but guys, it's super important. All right, and y'all know I get my water bottle and I mix a little bit of Super Thrive inside of here and I shake it up and I pour it in there. I don't put it in watering cans because you don't want any leftover residue. So I already actually put a little bit in here, so I'm just gonna put a little bit for demonstration purposes. There we go. I don't know where my top is at, so we're gonna get this to shake. Okay, and you wanna pour. Remember what you wanna see, okay? Just let me know it's a really great drainage. Now, I didn't put a whole lot of water in here, so you're not gonna see a whole lot of water drain out. I wanna give a demonstration of how your water is supposed to actively drain out. This right here is giving me a great indication that the water is filtering through and that all the roots will get rehydrated. This is just so full, you can't. I'm gonna place that right here and we're gonna allow that to be able to sit and do its thing. So, hopefully that sums up and that gives you the steps as to everything to do when you're doing the repot, especially when you're dealing with a plant this size. I am very optimistic that this Philodendron Moonlight, give me probably about a month or so, it's going to start back growing. I'm just going to give it out because I know I might have stressed it out a little bit. So I'm going to give it a little bit of time, but as you can tell, the leaves, everything still looks good. It still looks lush. It still looks happy. There is no type of pest or anything, and that's always a great sign when you're doing some type of repotting. Sometimes the soil just run out of nutrients. And the plant needs nutrients in order to do it. Yes, I fertilize my plants. Yes, I feed my plants. But sometimes if the base, the actual core is the actual issue, it's nothing those things can really do about it. So I found that repotting the plant usually encourage it a restart, and usually you get good results. But leave questions, comments, or any suggestions down there at the bottom. And as always, I appreciate you being here. You're growing with Sean.